from the Wausau Curling Club, one of the better curling facilities in North America, with their 8 sheets. It is the Wisconsin State High School Curling Championships, and there are 16 teams in the boys, 16 teams in the girls round robin setup. And with Gina Zamzo, I'm George Hirsch, and we are going to pick up action in the third end of the girls competition between Stevens Point and Wausau East Team 2. East is the only girls team with 2 teams in the tournament in this Bonspiel. In the boys, Stevens Point has 2, and I'm not sure how those are designated, but we are set to go here in end number 3, and the red team, which is Stevens Point, if you look at the scoreboard, they have the lead here early, as right now the skip is setting up the situation. There you go. You can see the situation there, Gina. Let's get started here with Spash with the throw. They, unlike the boys earlier today, they've got their own little jersey uniform sweatshirts, don't they?
Yeah. They're
all dressed up. Okay, this is a red stone, and we're picking up the third throw by the third, and that would be Rachel Koleski. And you can take a look there, already up 2. Spash has 2 lying in the circle. Now we go to Wausau East, and this will be Cindy Comfort with the yellow stone. And she uses the little brace for the left hand, coming off the hack. As soon as we get a look at the ring, then you can kind of describe where we are with this. Sweeper's working hard to get her in the circle, and they do, and basically a draw.
It's good to sit on. Well, East is now sitting 1.
Yeah.
With Stevens Point having second and third count in the house.
And Point, am I right? They're up 2 zip?
Yes, correct.
And 3. Boy, they're not wasting any time. Spash girls are out there sweeping.
Yeah, the last game we did was kind of slow.
Yeah. Well, they were on the ice longer than anybody else. Out of 4, 8 teams, competitions, 16 teams. Oh, there you go.
Another good set.
They're setting 2, right?
No.
From up above, you can see it better.
Stevens Point sitting 1 now.
They have 1, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Right back to East. This is Katie Martell. No.
Still the first one.
Yep, Cindy Comfort. And the girls, the sweepers, Walters, Ashley Walters, Ashia Walters, and Katie Martell. Happy to just let her go through. Okay, no, they're still sitting 1. Crowded circle. 1 in the 4, couple in the 8. 3 more. So a lot of them in the circle. Not many guards, that's probably why, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of open.
I'm playing in the house. By the circle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Spash with their veteran skip, Susanna View. I remember Susanna View from last year, so she's a veteran on that team and as a skip. And she's all set for her first throw of N3. There you can see some of the fans in the bleachers behind. Good view of everything that's going on here on 8 different rinks or sheets. work.
That was
Trying to
a
get
light
it.
stone.
Yep. Clockwise moves it in that direction to the right. Okay. Successful?
I'd say so. I mean, it's not covering their rock a whole ton, but it's still covering it a little bit.
Now we switch over to the skip for Wausau East 2, and it's Megan Johnson, so it's the Johnson rink. And she will head down toward the camera. Ready to go, knowing what she needs to do. Boy, the pace for this this match is so much faster than the boys. You have to stay on top of it. Wausau East, history in curling, high school curling, goes back to before the merger in 1970. Since 1970, Wausau East has 7 championships, and they seem to come in pairs. Like 97, 98, 203, 204, 205, 81, that kind of thing. Yeah, both these teams are dressed up in their sweats, team logos. You can see some of the competition in sheet number 2. If this gets through.
Ooh.
Oh, well. They will have the hammer, so there's still an opportunity there. Right now it's red lying 1, and red happens to be Spash, Stevens Point Area Senior High. As you see the lumberjack threesome there coming down the other end. Susanna View, spelled V-I-A-U. You can see Spash and East fans, jerseys behind in the bleachers among the parents and others. As from that camera shot, there's the release. And the girl on the right, as you take a look at it, typically is the one that calls the sweep, although she can get instructions from anywhere else among her teammates. They're just setting up a guard, as it would appear.
It's a good shot. I mean, it comes up there, Stonewall.
It looks like they would be, they're up 2-0 already, so it looks like they'd be satisfied since East has the hammer to come out with one more. There you see the brooms lined up. This is quite the facility. I mean, yeah, the cafeteria, they've got a beautiful fireplace for the social aspect that these young girls and boys high school kids are expected to be a part of. This is a social event, and they put it right in the guidelines that they are expected to, you know, be a team, operate as a team.
That's really nice here.
Well, I think we're going to be, ooh. Yeah.
Too heavy.
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, matter of inches, but yeah, there we are.
So Stevens Point got this point.
So after the third end, it is 3-0 Spash over Wausau East 2. Now, we picked this up in this third end, so I'm going to go back over the rosters. First of all, for Stevens Point, their number 1, their lead is Krista Damask. Damashek, I would pronounce it. Second is Anissa Zaski. Rachel Koleski is their vice skip or third, and Susanna View is their skip, therefore their rink name, View. For Wausau East 2, their lead is Asha Walter. Asia. Thank you. You know her, don't you?
Yeah.
You tell her I apologize.
It's fine.
I should have checked that up. I'll look at the spelling, and that's what I'm sorry. Asia Walter. Katie Martell is second. Cindy?
I don't know her.
Cindy Comfort. We're going to say Cindy, but it's spelled Cinneide, so it's probably not Cindy. And I failed to check with anyone on that. Cinneide would be a possibility. Comfort. Anyway, she's the third for East, and then Megan Johnson is the skip, and so it's her team. And we're set for end number 4 after this timeout in between 3 and 4. Again, there are 16 boys teams, 16 girls teams down here. It's a round robin. What that does, it eliminates as you go along. So you start with 16 teams. After round 1, you have 8 left in the one column. Okay, and then the other column is a consolation column. And then you work down to 4, and then you have your 2. So if you're in the championship, you have to win 3 to get to the 4th. If you win 4 games, 4 matches, you are the champion. And that works both for the boys and for the girls. And this morning, being a Friday morning, the boys started out at 9 o'clock with round 1. The girls followed here at 11:30. And most of these matches take a couple of hours, maybe a little bit more. The one we did earlier this morning took at least that, which was okay.
Yeah.
And so now, as we start, 4th end, Spash, because they scored, gives the hammer to Medford. They lead 3-0. And Krista Damasek is their first out of the hack. Across the hog line. And they're working to get something in the middle. Almost right on the line, actually. Top to bottom line in the red, so it's in the circle. So it is right now lying 1. Okay, what's your strategy now? You are Medford. You've got the hammer again. You're Asia Walter. Okay, what do you want to do?
Well, you could drop behind Spash's stone. But it is possible to take it since it is laying in the house. And then you could play a takeout game.
Okay, which would move on and on like a takeout, right? Kind of.
But
Okay.
I think they're going for the draw behind.
Well, they're working hard at getting as much on this as they can, as much weight, distance. Well, yeah, they really are. I think she's come up a little short. Just a little bit short of your goal, and probably hers. Okay, now we go back to Krista Damashek. Her teammates will come along with the stone. And a little indecision there, but just ready to go if needed. Now see, they have a little more weight, so they've got an opportunity here to get, maybe they wanted a little more on that, but they're in there, so now they lie 2. 2 red. You've got the inner circle, 4 feet across. That's called a 4. Then the 8, the white. The 12 is the outer circle of the, they call it concentric circle. Serenity Comfort will be next. No, this is Asha right now with her second. Let's see if they can get, well,
they went for the take, but it was too light.
yeah.
It was wide.
Well, you know, right now, early in this particular end, you know, where the rocks are, those two look like they're identical spots, but it really is going to, it'll change before we're finished with this end. So that's not something to look at. And this Zaski.
They're going for the take.
Yep.
Looks like they'll get it.
And they're going to get it easily. Easily. That was a straight takeout. Now we go back. To Katie Martell with her first throw. It's a busy rink out here. We're on number 1. We're on sheet 1. There are 8 sheets, all in action. Round 1 of the girls' competition right now. And
Ooh, that was a good take and draw behind.
yeah, Katie Martell, that's her first throw. And that stone is, she couldn't do a lot better. A little bit maybe, but still has to feel good about it.
Yeah.
Now you have the skip, Susanna View, setting up the next throw for Anissa Zaski. You can see they're working. They cannot touch a stone with their feet or anything like that. They have to be aware of where they are with their feet. Now, there you can see the sweep for East, trying to get it out of there. You can do that. So right now they're all in the front line. They're the front top of the circle. Zenaidi Comfort with her first toss. She's the third of 4 throwers. I don't know if that's what she wanted to do.
No, because then it opens up theirs.
Yeah.
Or it opens up, yeah. East.
Okay, Gina, set up this one. This is Rachel Koleski's first.
Well, it would be good to take that one out since that's East sitting stone or count stone. So then they could be sitting 2.
Mm-hmm. Right now, Spash is up 3-0 in the 4th end. And she's setting it up with the counterclockwise spin. Then the rock is going to go to the left.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole idea.
Ooh.
But that's not what she wanted to do.
No, they hit their own stone. They hit their own stone,
Yeah,
which
it's,
is
yeah.
not good.
Yep. So now we go back to Sonati Comfort. She's lining things up. Her teammates ready to sweep. If need be, they go right along with the stone. And they're either very happy with what's going on right now or wishing for something.
That was a good weight.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, what they're doing here, since they have the hammer, is they're setting up so that Spash has to be more on the defensive instead of the attack. Is that right? I mean, it looks like...
Yeah.
Okay, this is Rachel Koleski. She's conversing with Susanna View, the skip. You can tell she's involved. Well, after the release, certainly looks heavy enough.
Looks like they're going to get it.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
Just missed the other one.
Well, East is still sitting 2, right? They're lying 2.
The East is sitting 1. Because...
Oh, yeah. The other one's up above.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You are right as always, Gina. I got to take a look at those things from above and go from the center out. Okay. Well, they're just letting this one roll. East. A little heavy. A little too heavy. Yeah, not by much, but some. Lots of them in the circle, in the ring right now, but they're all open, except that one on the button, you know, to take out fairly easily with a good shot. Now they're going to talk it over. On one end is their spectators. And this is the skip. Susanna View. If I remember right, this is the rink, the team that won the girls' competition last year. I'll have to look that up or check with their coach because I think they were definitely in the finals. The same group here, foursome.
Looks like they'll get that
Oh yeah.
take.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. You're a little light, but they still got it.
Yeah, there's a reason why she's a veteran skipper. Skip, huh? That was a nice shot.
So now Spash is sitting 2.
Now we're back to the first throw for Megan Johnson. This is the Wausau East Lumberjack 2 team, and they have 2 in the tournament. Doesn't mean number 1 is better than number 2. I don't know what the coaches decided to make up those teams, but I mean that's their decision. But you know they get 8 girls involved.
Oh,
4.
it's just their JV team.
It is the JV team. Okay. Okay. So that decision is made. But this is a great experience for them, being this kind of a tournament, as you know, as members of a JV team.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now East has
1.
1. So she did okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now back to Susanna for her last throw for Spash. They are up 3-0. This is end number 4. There are 8 ends in a high school competition. This is the state tournament. 16 boys teams, 16 girls teams. And this is the last shot now for Spash. And the release. Wausau West, the host for this tournament last year, and I believe for this year as well. Well, okay. Now, Gina, you look at those 3 stones in the white circle, in the 8-foot circle. East has 1 lying and maybe
Right
2.
now, East has first count.
Right.
Spash has second. East has third, and
Okay.
then Spash has fourth.
Okay. When I'm looking at this, that second stone for East looks almost closer to the button. But from this view, but that's a different kind of an angle.
I don't know. I think Spash
Okay.
is closer. That's just my
All right.
opinion.
Well, you have better eyesight than I do, so okay. You know, they do have a tool, right, to figure this out?
Yes.
Once in a while, they'll bring it out. This might be a situation if the skips can't agree, then they can bring it out if they choose to. Or they have an official that takes care of the scores and things that can do that as well. Well, I think we're going to make a decision right now. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that's 2.
So now, East.
2.
I think so.
They didn't measure, so I'm thinking you're right on that. They don't post the score right away, so we might have to wait on that a little bit.
Yeah.
So, end of 4th end here, or end 4. And Spash went into this with a 3-0 lead. East scored at least 2, I think.
Yes, East scored 2.
So now it's 3-2 Spash as we go into end 5. There were some good shots in that end, both teams.
Definitely.
Here we are, ready to go. Okay. Now, because East scored, Spash has the hammer, so they go first. So here we go with Krista Domasek. Nope, I'm wrong. East scored, Spash has the hammer. Asia Walter goes first. So this is Asia's first stone.
Good guard.
Yep. Yep. Now we go to Krista Domasek. For Spash.
That looks really light.
Yeah, it does. It's across the hog line, but that's only the first step. Yeah. Yeah. Well, not only is it light, but it's not
I mean, it's a good
it cuts off something
sidebar.
depending, yeah, sidebar, depending upon what you want to do after this. Yep. Yep. Yeah, now I see what you mean. That can be used.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Asia, Walter. And that's going to be
That's heavy.
out. And Gina, I was right. The 2017 high school girls champion was this foursome. Susanna View and Rachel Koleski and Anissa Zaski. Okay. And Krista was the alternate, and now she's part of the foursome. So you talk about a veteran team out there. This is it. The defending champions for this tournament.
You're next after this.
So they still haven't posted the score yet on the board.
Sometimes they just forget, because I know I've forgotten to post a score.
Or, they had to make a decision because they cleared the rocks or the stones, right? So
Yeah.
the decision was made before you clear, and they had to agree. But, it is interesting that you're talking about Wausau East now, the JV rink, and the defending champions are their competition, and so far they've been competitive. And there isn't that much difference sometimes between varsity and junior varsity, because some of it is breaks, some of it is being on that particular day.
Well, I know East, West, Everest, I think Mosney had this entire week to practice
Okay.
for the state championship.
Well, I was here the other day and checked in, and this rink, every sheet was used. All the curlers were out there practicing for the high schools.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now Spash is sitting one.
And for Spash, this is Anissa Zarsky. They're working hard. Looks like they have plenty. Well, there's a case where they swept hard, and
It didn't curl.
no, they didn't.
They
get the curl.
overswept.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, they overswept on that one, and that's a judgment call, and it's not, No, this is Katie Martell. This one's going to be heavy too, unless she hits something. Well, she did take out. Okay.
So now Wausau East is the only one sitting in the house.
No, you talked, we did a game earlier, boys competition, about a zero. In other words, if all the rocks, all the stones are down there and nothing is in the circle, then it's a draw, 0-0. I don't think I've seen that. Maybe again, beginners or social club groups, that might happen, but this is pretty good quality curling here.
Yeah.
This is the state championship. You've got some veteran teams like Spash. You know, 3 of their 4 are back from last year, and they were champions. Well, let's see what. Well, that's one's going to go out, but half of what you wanted to do was done.
East is still sitting.
Yeah. Yeah. Now Spash. Watching. Sonati Comfort. Her first throw. She's going to straight line it pretty much here. So it all depends on the weight. Well, there's the curl, a little bit of a curl.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, well, it balances what they already have out there. You know, they've got, they aren't that close together that they can be taken out that easily, you know, on a double bump. Now Spash, Rachel Koleski.
Going for the take, which is a good choice, I think. Oh, that's a little wide though.
Well, look at that.
But it worked out.
Yeah, yeah.
Just hit the East's other stone barely, or kind of more.
That was a good description. Kind of, barely, sort of. That was great, Gina.
I'm not the greatest at describing things.
No, yes, you are. I think that describes things perfectly. Sorry to tease you a little bit, but.
It's cool. I mean, I'm kind of used to it.
Well, it comes with the territory sitting next to me, let me tell you. Okay, this is Sonati Comfort. Her second throw. Again, Spash has the hammer and the lead, 3-2. We're in N5. And just a basic placement.
Good throw. Good
Yep.
weight.
So almost back where we were 2 throws ago. Because again, it puts Spash on the defensive, although they have the hammer. So this is second shot for Rachel Koleski coming up. Second throw. And
Looks like they're going for the take again.
yep, and I think they will. Oh, not only
good
take,
shot.
but they have the
Draw behind.
lying one now. Point.
Yeah, which is good
Okay.
for Spash.
Now we go to the skips. And since Spash has the hammer, we go to East Megan Johnson. Well, we got a little background there for a second as I was talking to the next person in line to be my sidekick.
West, oh my gosh, East. Going for the throw. Probably going for another draw in.
This is Megan Johnson. Well, I don't know. Well.
I'm not sure what that was.
I was not ready to, I was waiting for you to describe it because I wasn't either.
I mean, they're curling towards
Yeah.
the left side of the rink while going left,
Yeah.
like towards the wall. Yeah, they're curling towards the wall. And there wasn't really anything over there, so I just wasn't exactly sure. Maybe just over curled.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're back to the first one for Susanna View. There's her release. She's the skip, so she's giving some instructions. She's getting involved in the decision making here. And it's pretty heavy.
That's a good take.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice take.
So
Gives them
now-
2.
Yeah, correct.
And now, since they have the hammer, East is in trouble.
You're correct.
They're in trouble. Spash has the lead here in N5 as we're in N5. 3-2.
Yeah. I think East is going for the take and roll behind Spash's red on the center line.
I looked up at the board there, and now they finally have posted that. 2 points in N4. Okay, Megan Johnson. Looks like she has the weight. Because they're just kind of watching. Now they're going to sweep because she needs a little lift with that weight.
Well, sometimes they don't sweep because it's not lined yet.
There you go. There you go. So, now, Spash with the hammer.
They just need to take out the yellow closest to the center, then they can sit 2.
Yeah. And with Susanna, with all her experience and what we've already seen in this match, she's very capable of doing just that. Susanna View, skip of the defending state champions in the girls competition here last year. She's heading right through.
It was a
So-
good take, but didn't stay.
So Spash gets 1.
Correct.
Okay. So after 5, it is Spash 4.
4-2.
Wausau East Team 2, number 2, JV's 2. As we go to the 6th end out of 8 total. Now there are times when in curling, because you're limited in the number of stones, okay, 8 apiece, each team, 16 total, and you're down in a situation where the score, the spread on the score is such that there's no way that you're going to put that many points in the ring. And so then it's let's shake hands and move on, because they don't stay out there once the decision's been made typically. Now I'm sure there are situations in practice where you would, but not in competition. And the first game we had today was a 5-4 final on the last stone as Wausau West boys defeated Medford. Here we're in a 4-2 in N6, so it's very much still up for grabs as far as who's going to win this one. Now with Spash scoring, East has the hammer.
Correct.
So Spash will start first with the Krista.
Spash straight through the first down.
They did. Okay.
So now Asia's up.
Right. That's why Asia's in the camera, on camera.
Looks
Yeah.
like there's a
Well,
little light.
yeah, the skip gets involved with the sweeping. You know, it's questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay, now back to Krista. Tomasek. The lead for Spash. Nice release. Well, she gives it up and lets her teammates do the work.
White looks good.
Yeah, it does.
That's a good job behind.
Yeah, I couldn't do much better than that.
Could have curled possibly a little more, but
Yeah.
it's still pretty good.
Okay, now the skip, Megan Johnson for East, just showed what she wanted to do. And this is Asia Walter. She releases the stone well before the line. Not that that matters. You know, we're all comfortable. They're all comfortable, whatever. This one, the angle isn't quite what you wanted.
No, I think it was a little narrow. So I ended up hitting their own stone.
Anissa Zaski, their second. Okay. That one's
Right, looks good.
yeah, headed
Just
where
a
she
little
wanted to, I
light.
think.
I think they're attempting to go through the port, but it ended up being too light.
Well,
Unless they're plugging it up.
yeah, it depends upon what they wanted to do, I would think, on that one.
If they're going for plugging it up, then that was good. Because then East can't get through it.
Katie Martell. We're in the N6, sixth end. Interesting.
I think they're attempting to take out that guard for points, and they could possibly draw in, or take smashes.
Sometimes you can, you know, if you get the camera in close enough, you can tell they were happy or not happy. In that situation, I couldn't. You know, they were just kind of talking about it, and, you know, there wasn't the expression to indicate pleasure or displeasure. Anissa Zaski.
Wow. The rock looks a lot slower on camera.
Yeah, just the angle of the camera, I think, makes a difference when it comes to that. Well, it is a guard. Kind of.
And it doesn't really cover their stone much.
No, but okay. We're moving on. Second shot now for Katie throw for Martell. I think she wants to make sure she's got enough weight. And it looks like they've decided she certainly does. Wow.
Dang. Take and draw behind, smash his own guard.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Wow. Okay. Now we get to the thirds in the foursome throws. And for Spash, Rachel Koleski.
I think they're thinking about raising their own.
You could tell by the placement by Susanna View, the skip there. Kind of figure that out. Well, you can raise and then you can raise.
I think it just curled too much, so
Yeah.
it hit at an angle.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of variables in a 42-pound stone going down the ice. You know, whether the ice is slow or the ice is fast, or, you know, there are a lot of variables.
The ice actually gets slower with less amount of people on the ice.
Sanaidi, Comfort. Sweepers, Katie Martell, Asia Walter, skip, Megan Johnson going out to help out with the sweeping here to at least get it, well,
Just light.
yep, just get it there to be somewhere. Okay, keeping in mind now, East has the hammer, which is the last throw, because Spash scored one in the fifth. They lead it 4-2. And there you get a good look at the stones layout around the ring. Quite a bit of traffic in there. And this is Rachel Oleski's second toss. And
It's
okay.
guarded well.
Yeah. Okay.
So now East is sitting 2.
Yep. Sanaidi Comfort. This has been a good match. It's been competitive. Seen some really nice shots.
East is doing pretty well against varsity.
Not just varsity for Spash, they're defending state champions.
Yeah.
3 out of the 4 same curlers. Well, it's going to be,
I mean, it's touching, so it counts.
yeah. That's all that counts, is it has to touch. Okay. Sweep. A factor in that one. Susanna View. The skip for Spash. First throw coming up, talking it over with her mate, or third, Rachel Koleski.
I feel like East is definitely playing by just getting all their stones in the house, so it's harder for Spash to get any points in.
Would that be a full end or match strategy? I mean, before you even start curling in the competition, is that something you'd set up? This is going to be our strategy? Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you could, depending on the first shot, like how you want to do, you could do the takeout, or like just keep getting all your rocks in, or it's just like, you know, we'll just do whatever.
Well, a lot of it has to do with the skill of the kids, right? I mean, some are better at, are more confident seeing in a takeout than a draw, or whatever the case might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's heavy enough to do some damage.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, it was. Now the point is in
Spash.
the red.
Yeah. And then East has second and third count.
So Megan Johnson has a chance now, and with her first throw to counter, because Susanna View certainly did. Megan Johnson, the East skip. First throw. She knows she has another chance. So she's thinking a couple ahead. She's got some weight there. But it's too much.
Wide and heavy.
Yeah, just too much. Okay, one more for each. This is N6 out of a potential 8. Spash is up 4-2. They've got the lie right now, 1. And Susanna View, their skip, talking it over with her teammates, making it a joint decision. Okay, and now she heads down the other end. I'm sure this young lady's done a lot of curling in her young life. And we did N3, 4, and 5. I think in every one of those, she's had a really nice shot. One of the two at least.
Yeah.
Nice throw, I should say. She definitely has something in mind.
Maybe she's guarding.
Yeah, she's coming back to guard.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good guard.
Yeah, look at that. Gina, you know, drawing it up. The only thing is she's not the second point for Spash, but she certainly has protected the main one with that shot and gives Megan Johnson a real challenge here.
Yeah.
Okay. They know what they want to do. Now let's see if they can do it. You look at the 8 sheets right now, and about half of them are involved in this first round of the girls' competition. Well, she's taking her time. This is an important stone for East overall. Down 4-2. You know, they can't afford to go back down another 1 or 2 at this stage. I don't know. Well, see what she, well, no. That didn't work out the way she wanted. That's 2 for Spash. So now we'll go to number 7, Spash with a 6-2 lead. And we're going to have an N7 because a 4-point lead You know, they really have to pull away in order to, you know, end it in 7. So we're just about set to go. You can look at the Spash girls getting set for N7. Again, they're the defending state champions. This very rink that we're looking at right now, the Susanna View. They won it all last year with 3 of the same 4 curlers. With Gina Zamzo, I'm George Hirsch. Hope you're enjoying our curling competition from the Wausau Curling Club, the Wisconsin State High School Championships. 16 boys teams, 16 girls teams, and we're finishing up round 1 of the girls competition. The boys a little bit earlier today. And we'll have 4 rounds today and 4 rounds tomorrow, with the last round being the championships for the boys and girls each. First stone from Krista Damashek of Spash. That's her choice right there. East again with a hammer because they got beaten by 2 in the last end points. They are still in it, but it's a lot to come back to against a veteran team, especially like Spash. Okay. Now we go back to after Asia Walters' first throw, Krista Damasek. Again, you can see some of the folks in the bleachers. It's a quiet place for the most part. You do get excited, and you do have some excitement when there's the last throw and the game is over. And then the parents, for the most part, the parents go and meet the curlers, and we get the hugs and all that good stuff. But for the most part, it's a gentle conversation. Not that it has to be, because they're not on the ice. They're not in the rink, you know, those spectators. And we have a lot of them here right now. And that toss by Krista Damashek sets up Asia Walters' second throw for East.
It's a good double take.
Yeah. Heavy with this? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they think it's heavy enough. But it does have, you know, it seems like it's picking up enough steam. But I don't know.
No.
No. Okay. That was a tough angle to get 2 bumps, 2 takeouts with 1 stone, and then she didn't have enough weight, so. Okay. Back to the first toss for Anissa Zaski. Skip Susanna View. That's Anissa on her approach off the back.
Going for a take on East. Only stone. Which was a success.
Yeah, no kidding. That's the way you draw it up, right?
Now Spash sits 3.
Wow. Yeah. East is in dire need of something nice to happen to them right now.
Mm-hmm.
They really are.
Definitely.
This is Katie Martell, the second. Number one, you've got to have enough weight here to get involved with those other stones.
I think that's a good weight, though.
She'll take on one, replace one. So now it's Spash lying one. Okay.
It's an easy take, though, for Spash.
Oh, yeah. It's wide open. Yep. Okay. Second stone for Anissa. Pretty much everybody could read what they're trying to do there.
Yeah. That was a good take.
Yeah, it was.
A little heavy, but
Well, if she can stay in.
which it did.
Yeah. They don't score back ring that often, but it's, you know, it's there. Never know.
It's a good opportunity, though, for East to sit on.
And here they come. Or there they go, depending upon the view on the camera. This is Sonati Comfort.
It looks a bit heavy.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, nope, that was good weight. Now it just sits on the back.
Okay.
So it cancels out 2 of Spash's stones. So now Spash is just sitting 1. That's going to be harder. It's going to be harder to get East stone out since it's in front of, or it's backed by Spash's own red stone. So really, like, the best bet would just sit on theirs then.
Well, let's see. We're in stone number 5 now. Well, I was just talking about that. They're clapping the results of another match on the ice, and that's what you hear, you know. And the curling team that won the first round for boys, the Wausau West team's right down in front of us out here, and so I'm thinking it was a West girls team, probably, that was victorious.
Varsity's West, girls, I believe.
Yeah. So, you're part of a team. Boys team, girls team, you're part of a team, and that shows. They're cheering for each other. All set. Wausau East's third now. Okay, Sonati Comfort. They have an opportunity in this end to do something and get back in this with 1 to go. But they have to do something, a couple rocks or whatever, stones.
That was a good take.
That was a nice one. Okay, now they're lying 2.
Yeah, now East has the 2.
Okay. Second throw, Rachel Koleski. You can see the score in the background. 6-2, red, which is Spash, over Wausau East 2, which is yellow. Plenty of weight.
That was a good take.
Okay. So now it's 1 yellow. Again, East has the hammer, the last throw, so, you know. Sonati Comfort with her last throw. Megan Johnson with the place. The strategy. There in the background, you can see the victorious West girls walk off the ice sheet. But you're the spectators on the other side. The rink.
Ooh.
Well, that changed things, didn't it?
Now Splash is sitting too.
Yeah. It's interesting how one rock can make such a difference back and forth in the scoring, because the scoring is pretty simple. I mean, you know, and the strategy is to score, obviously. So if you do what you want it, what you're trying to do, it can happen. Now we're back to the skips for both teams. So we're going to have Susanna View first. Yeah, the ice sheets getting quieter, less and less teams out. This is round 1 of the girls' competition that we are taking a look at right now.
I feel bad for people on the ice. It's always so awkward when you're like the only ones on there because it's so quiet.
And I can kind of appreciate that, because it is, you want it to be a spectator sport. You want to be surrounded by, you know, not isolated. No pun intended. But, you know, it's, I can understand that, Gina. I really can. Yeah.
Ooh, just short of third count.
Yep. Well, we're getting down the end of N7 here.
And then going for the take.
Now, if East doesn't score here and Spash does, then we're going to have to look at strategy for N7, because we may not have a long, or N8, I'm sorry, we may not have a long end. It may end early. But if East can count even 1 here, it makes a big difference. This is Megan Johnson, their skip, her first throw. First throw. They have the hammer. She's involved in the decision as the skip.
That was a good shot.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was a very good shot. Okay. Something off camera happened, okay? It was cute. It was cute. Huh? Okay. Spash, Susanna View. Strategy lined up, ready to go.
I'm guessing I'm going for the take. From what I could see on the ice. I mean, it's not the greatest view I can see. Spash's last shot for the 7th end. What will happen? Looks like good speed. I think it needs to go to the right more. And it was good.
Oh, that, you know, that spells doom unless Megan Johnson can do something for Wausau East right now.
Even if they could take out that one, they'd only be sitting one.
Yeah, yeah. Their strategy right now is to keep it at one, I would think, almost, just taking a look at things. You know, you might get lucky or skill to do it better, but it's going to be tough. It isn't that she couldn't get it in there for one, for East. She had a nice first shot. See what she does on her second.
Good weight.
Yeah, it's picking up okay. I mean, as far as that part of it. Let's see if this slides through.
Dang.
2?
Yeah, it's 2 red.
2 red, okay. Now before we start end 8, let's talk about this situation a little bit here. Spash led 3-zip, and then East scored 2 in the 4th. Spash countered 4-2 in the 5th. 6-2 after 6. 8-2 now after 7. We're going into the final end, the 8th end, and Spash has a 6-2 lead. Okay, and you have 8 rocks or 8 stones, whichever. So that means the most you can score is 8, correct? And you need 6. That's a challenge. That is a real challenge. And so this last end may not, you know, once mathematically you cannot tie based on the number of stones stones left.
I think they ended the game.
It might be right now. That's why I brought it up.
Okay.
Is because I was just waiting for them to make a decision, and the decision's already been made. They're not going to do it. So the game ends in 7 ends with Spash, the defending state champions, the View foursome rink, defeating the Wausau East 2 team, the Megan Johnson team, by a score of 8-2. Gina, thank you so much. It was enjoyable working with you, and we had a boys contest and a girls contest. Gina Zamzo, our appreciation. I'm George Hirsch. Until the next game, take care.
Oh.
Okay. You're a pro. You did from start to finish. You really, really did pick things up a lot.